Hi folks, my name is Pat Gage, and in this short video here I'm going to talk to you about you doing your due diligence with Google Maps. What I'm going to show you is the exact same process we use here to find the path of progress, the best schools in an area that we're looking at investing in. And this is a tool that you can use wherever you're investing in, either your backyard or not, of having the best information available, just like the big guys do. Okay, and I'm not a big guy, I'm just showing you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out of this PowerPoint and go to a screen share presentation. Okay, all right, so what we do is, first of all, you want to go to you want to go to google.com, my.google.com/maps. So what you're going to do is you're going to log in using your Gmail account. This is not a paid service. This is just, you have to have a Google email address to get logged into it. And then once you do, and again, it's very simple to do, just go to this URL and use your Gmail account. So what you do, you'll come to this screen here. Okay, and this is the Google My Maps application. All right, and again, it's almost like all the other ones that Google has, Google Drive, Calendar, and the such. So what you do is we will start by looking here. Now I already have two pre-made maps. So what we're going to do, I'm going to share with you. This is what we're looking to accomplish. Okay, this is Augusta, Georgia. We have the path of progress labeled out, and which shows us right away where the path of progress is in a selected city. Right, let me minimize these here for you. So what we've done is I've gone out and gotten all this information, and what I did is search for these different Starbucks, Walgreens and stuff, Walmart, Sam's Club, and got the address and imported their address into this map. So what this gives me is a map of Augusta, Georgia, and it shows the path of progress. You can see that not much is happening down here in the far right hand corner, right? It's all happening up in the upper left hand, or let's say north west quadrant of this city or state. And you can do the same thing anywhere, folks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you, one, where to get this information, and two, how to upload it in here so you can create your own maps. Again, I talked about, let's say, best schools. Here's the schools in that area. Okay, here's all the schools that are ranked from 6 stars and above, right? So now I've got an area where, okay, here's 7, 7, 8, 6. I'm only looking at qualified schools. So if I'm looking at a building, let's say right in here, I know there's several schools of high caliber, right, that people would want to have live in my buildings, right, and put their kids in better good schools. That's the whole point of this information and this knowledge, folks, is being able to give this. And then also I get the apartment buildings. There's all the apartment buildings in Augusta, or a selected city. For this one here is Augusta, that are in this area, right? So what you can do is you can see where, you know, if you have an opportunity and somebody calls and says, hey, I got this apartment, great, where is it? You can put it into the map here and it'll pop up where it is. This is all location based. These are all address specific. So it gives you a real good feel. And this is exactly how we find out areas of path of progress, if this is going to be a good area or not. So if somebody says, hey, I got an apartment building and it's way over here, right? You know, okay, yeah, there may be one near it, but you know what? Is it in the path of progress? Is it where everybody is going? Probably not. As you can see, there's not much going on down here. There's no Starbucks, there's no Food Lion, there's no Kroger's. Well, you know, you have an apartment way down here, and it may be a great deal, but there's not going to be anybody there. In fact, it doesn't look like there's, you know, very much going on at all there. And again, this gives you an idea very visually, very quickly. All right, so let's get started. I don't want to carry on too long here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start again. At this level here, you'll come in and log in, again, using your Google Gmail account. You will click on Create New Map, and what that does, it'll open up a new page, and you'll be able to do several different things. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and type in a city. Okay, and once you do that, it pulls it up here, right? So what you do is you click on that, and then there is your pinpoint. Okay, so what we're doing, we're going to start here with this one here. So I'm going to add this to my map, right? So now we got North Augusta, and this is where we're at. So we can go over here and name this map. So North Augusta, South Carolina. Oops, I'm spelling it wrong. South Carolina. Okay, you can add a description if you want to. Again, this will display on the maps. So now, to get information into these maps and generate the graphical displays we're talking about, again, I'm going to show you how to do that. So we have several different layers, and again, a layer is, again, going back to my map here, these are different layers. If you can see, I can turn on and turn off the different layers, and you notice once I put a check mark by it, it highlights it on the map, right? So if you just want to look at hospitals, here's the hospitals in Augusta. Okay, I just want to look at, let me look at the schools, right? Here's all the schools in Augusta and North Augusta. Same type of thing, and that's what it's called a layer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to actually show you how to find the schools. Now, there's several different websites out there that you can use. We use greatschools.org. Okay, so what you do is go to greatschools.org, type in the city and state that you're looking for, and I just did this one here. I did this for North Augusta, South Carolina. Okay, and what it does, it ranks schools based on their performance, based on a couple different things. It's 0 to 10, and what we look for is we look for schools that are anywhere from a 6 to a 10. Okay. That's what we look for. Those are better schools. And again, that's the class of apartment buildings we're looking for. And this applies to any type of commercial building, right? If you're looking for office space, you probably want to be in the same realm too. You just need to tailor it for what you're looking for. You're looking for self-storage, same kind of thing. What we're doing here is you get here, like I said, we're using greatschools.org. You can use any service. And what we do here is we start at the top. And you notice there's the 7, there's a 7, and again, I always go to 6. So what I do is to get this information into the Google map, okay, that we're going to use Excel, or you can use Google Sheets, all right? You have to have headers on your Excel sheet. So I put the school name, and that will be displayed in our map, right? You have to put the address, obviously. And then on this one here, I put the rating, okay? And again, the apartment, you may just want the name of the apartment and the address, you know, or whatever defining things you want. Now, with that being said, let me show you what I did with apartments. I went ahead and clicked on here, and I've gone in and went to apartments.com and pulled this information, and there's things we look for in this, and these are different columns in your Excel spreadsheet, okay? The year built, the number of units, you know, the unit mix, okay? So what this does is if I have a prospect or a broker sends me a deal in the properties right here to do comps, to see if this is in the area where I want to be, I can click on these and get information about this property that's surrounding my property, right? So again, these are the different things you can put in this Excel spreadsheet, and it'll pull this up. And again, I'm only scratching the surface with this video as far as what you can do. But basically, we do that. And again, these are different columns that you can put in there. Like I said, the apartment, we have the apartment name, we have the address, we have the unit mix, we have the year built, because that's all information that I want to look for when I am looking for opportunities. So once you get this done, all right, you have this, you save this down. So now what you do is you come back here to your new map, right? We just created this. And what I want you to do is I want you to click on Add a Layer. Okay, so once you click on Add a Layer, you're going to have this layer here. Now, this is where you would import, right here is where you would import that Excel spreadsheet. All right, so you click on that. It opens up this dialog box, and you can pull your list from Upload, a Google Drive, a photo album, whatever, and you just click on this, and it comes in as CVS, XML, XML, graphic files. The simplest way to do this, and again, you can do it several ways, is to go through an Excel spreadsheet, suck the data in, and once you suck the data in, it'll look just like this, and then you can change the look of this. Now, I skip something here. So now what I want to do is I want to name this layer, right? So I want to name this layer as apartment. So what I do is I click on its name. As you can see, the edit the layer name. So let's say apartments, right? And you don't have to say apartments in Augusta or Macon, a city, because you're in the map of North Augusta, South Carolina. And now that layer would be active, right? So now you can untoggle this, right? Now, when you import this information in there, it's going to go into this label, okay? And again, it shows just like this. Now, there's a couple different things you can show here. You can do the pin. You can uniform style for the pin, or you can set the label to no label. There's a few different things you can do. I just do the basic one. And again, depending on what you want to display. Now, the apartments, obviously, most of my information is when I click on its pin, right? I'm able to get more detail. Obviously, you don't want that to display on the screen because you'd have so much information you wouldn't see it, right? But now let's go to the schools. I can set this, and I use set the label of that as rating, right? The rating I put in there. So I want to see where all my 7s are. There's a 7, there's a 7, there's a 6, there's a 6. So if I get an opportunity here, I know it's surrounded, right, by good schools. Now, if these were, let's say all these were 4s and my opportunity was here, I may reconsider, right? Right? That's exactly what this does. And again, this is really a short and quick, dirty video on how to do this and how this information can help you be better at due diligence, how it shows you how you can go in. And again, the same thing with path of progresses. You know, we use a lot of the data from, let's say, a Walmart, a Target. These are companies that spend millions and millions of dollars on demographic information on where to put their store, where to put their Starbucks, where to put their Walmart. Why not use their information? And basically what we do is I go over here and I go to Google Maps again, right? I go to google.com, right? I go Starbucks in, let's say, North right? And here is click on maps, and guess what? There's a list of the Starbucks in North Augusta. Obviously, it looks like there's only one, but normal says you had. So what you do is you just copy this information down, right, and put it in your spreadsheet. Same thing with Walmarts or let's say Targets. That's the whole thing is, you know, let's say Target. Right? Here's a list of all the Targets in that area. So what you do here is you just go and copy these addresses. Now, this is a manual process. Yes, I know, I understand that. But again, you're not looking at huge amount. This took me probably an hour to do, right? And what we look for, again, I look for Starbucks, I look for Walmarts, I look for Costco's, I look for Targets, Kroger's, Food Lion, whatever's in your area, right? And again, I'm looking for B and C properties. Okay, so I'm looking for workforce housing. What does workforce housing do, right? They go to grocery stores, they go to Costco, they go to Walmart, they go to Myers if you're in Michigan or in the north. Now they call them Publix and Food Lion in the south. And again, you'll get to know what grocery stores or food chains are in your area. But again, it took me an hour just to do this, and all I did is Google it just like this. Went over here and copied it and pasted the addresses into this spreadsheet here. Boom, boom, boom. Sucked it in, and all of a sudden, this right here, this map here, right, got transcended onto my map over here that now I own. Right, so now I can manipulate this data and say, okay, where do I want to see? Well, I want to see the path of progress. No, let's see the best schools. So hopefully this video will give you an idea of the power that we take in doing demographics and finding out, let's say, the path of progress, what's going on in the area. And again, this is just one piece of the due diligence process, but this is a good piece to know, you know what? If you get a good deal down in this area, is it really a good deal, right? Is it really around where everybody's going? Just because it's a good deal, it may not be a good deal because there's nobody down in this area. There's no stores. People aren't going to live here and drive 2 hours, to go get groceries when they can live in this area here and be inundated with shopping. So, and again, this is just a short, quick video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, if you have any questions, email me, let me know. And again, also I'd like to pass along to you is if you want to schedule a 30-minute call with me and talk about the investing that we're doing. We're looking in Macon and Augusta, Georgia right now for properties. Starting off the process to invest with us would be a 30-minute phone call to talk with you and see what your investment criteria is. Love to talk to you. Use the link above my head there. There's also one in the description of this video. Love to talk to you. Love to see if this is something that you would like to pursue. And happy investing, folks. We'll talk to you soon, folks. Bye-bye now.